Buenos dias. We are live at the Microsoft booth here at ISE. My name is Joan Shea. I'm the Global Collaboration Marketing Director. I am joined today by my esteemed colleague, Rebecca.
Hey everyone, it's Rebecca Inoue here, the Global Manager for our amazing partners, Cisco. And today we have Rich Bays with us from Cisco. Without further ado, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, Joan. So it's a pleasure to be here. My name is Rich Bays. I'm the Senior Director of AI and Software for our Devices Group, as well as our strategic partnerships. I work with Microsoft as well.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to be here with us today. You know, ISE has been such an exciting event, both for Microsoft and Cisco. Would you care to tell us anything about your announcements that you've made here at ISE?
Yeah, so first of all, ISE is an amazing event. I think it's the one event where we get partners, customers, all come together, the ecosystem, and this year we're really proud to work with Microsoft and Samsung on an amazing press release where we're really elevating the Microsoft Teams Room experience to bring 21 by 9 and also high quality screens to our EQX system to be able to make sure that we can elevate and bring the hybrid work to that whole next level for all of our customers globally.
That's amazing, and I know it's created quite a bit of buzz here at ISE, and we're so proud of this partnership and the opportunity that it brings for both of us in Teams rooms. So, can you tell us a little bit about what you're showcasing at your booth this year?
Yeah, so this year at our booth, we're doing a couple of different things. Like, I hear themes from customers, and one in particular is around manageability. So we're really doubling down on our control hub and making sure we give visibility to the room and what we can do when it comes to the screen vendors, like Samsung that we partnered with. How can we bring visibility of the screens when it comes to modular bars to make sure they actually are visible in the control hub and you can scale that across the room. But on top of that, we're also doing a really big thing around AI. So cinematic meetings is huge. AI in general is a huge topic in the industry today, but we want to make sure that we can bring that experience to every meeting room possible. So we built an AI director that allows any camera to be connected to it to bring the best view of any meeting room and really scale that across the environment. And this is the first time we've actually have it live on the show floor here at ISE.
That is amazing.
It's an incredible experience. If anyone has a chance to go over to the Cisco booth and see all of that in action when it comes to the cinematic approach, all the artificial intelligence, the AI is a real buzzword that's been humming around all of ISE. It's the hot topic. I think though, for Cisco, you really are on that leading edge when it comes to artificial intelligence. When that also comes back to our relationship between Cisco and Microsoft, we have taken the word AI and sort of transformed it into also what's called Copilot.
Yep.
And I know we're just at the beginnings of our relationships when it comes to building out different solutions, but what is sort of Cisco's thought and approach to potentially integrating Copilot as part of that AI experience when it comes to the meeting spaces?
It's a great question, and actually it's one of the hottest topics that I hear from customers and partners on the booth in the private meetings I'm having this week. Customers want to elevate the work. We've gone beyond the need of just audio and video in these rooms, that we also need to bring other workloads and workflows and context. And when I think about AI, AI is more than just ChatGPT or large language models. It's about how can you prescribe the AI to serve the use case you're looking for. If you really narrow the AI down to a particular scenario, you can get the maximum value, which is down to our vision, which I think is our joint vision, I would say, in some way, make people more productive. How can we help increase productivity levels? How can we help people be able to get more stuff done when they work with our technology in the space? So I think between Microsoft and Cisco, we've taken a really good approach here. We're looking at, you guys have the meeting and what you can bring within the meeting context. With the Cisco device in the room and all the sensor data, all the data we have in there and Control Hub, how do we bring this together so that we can really have 1 plus 1 doesn't equal 2, but it actually equals 10 in that environment? And just to go even a little bit deeper on that, I think this is where it affects different people within the organization. We have AI, whether it's Copilot or real-time media models from our side, that affects the end user, the person who's actually using the device at that moment in time. But beyond that, what about IT operations? AI has a big impact on them as well, because the biggest challenge I hear today from customers is scalability. How do you go from 100 devices to 1,000 devices to 10,000 devices? you're not going to do that. IT team is not growing at the same pace.
Right.
This is where AI, from a management side, is going to help customers to scale that deployment. And I think a combination of Microsoft, what you guys are doing on your side, plus Cisco side, together, that really meets the customer needs.
Absolutely. And do you feel with all of that technology, how is that going back to the businesses that you're working with today? And are they coming to you at Cisco asking for this, or are they asking for guidance and help and how to actually incorporate this into their world? Because you go outside the meeting rooms as well, right? So
yes.
To tie everything in together for them.
Yes, and that's a really great point, Rebecca, is that I think 2 years ago, the topic was just about how to get video into a room.
Right.
That was the topic of the show floor, that was the topic of the year. Now it goes beyond that. How do I enable productivity from the moment someone enters into the building to when they leave the building at the end of the day? Why would a employee make the travel commute to work if the workplace doesn't increase the value for them? So when we look at the aspect of the entire spectrum of the building and the workday, this is where Cisco Spaces comes in to bring visibility to the rooms.
Right.
When you go in the room, how can you easily share with like Miracast and all those other functionality and bring that to the table and really make sure that it's seamless end to end. And I think that's probably the one thing I've heard about this in the show the most. When we made the announcement a year and a bit ago,
a year and a bit
ago, we made the announcement. People are asking like, "Is this real? Is it real?" Now they're seeing the proof points. We have over 2,000 customers who have deployed Microsoft Teams rooms on Cisco devices already, and we're growing at that rate.
Yeah.
But now they're like, "How do I take that and go bigger with the bigger story of hybrid work?" And I think that's where we're working together to really solve it.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Joan, any questions from you?
Yeah, I was really hoping you could expand on how the Cisco ecosystem would impact Microsoft partners and customers today, and what that brings to the table for them.
Yeah, so beyond Cisco devices, we
Right.
have an ecosystem of networking products, security products, and today they already integrate deeply into Microsoft in certain areas. But in particular for Microsoft Teams rooms, we have this solution called ThousandEyes. And ThousandEyes is an agent that sits on our device that gives you network visibility all the way from Azure. So we have ThousandEyes agents in the Azure data center that sees the Teams flows, and then we, as an IT admin, you can quickly look in and be like, where is the problem happening? So you can troubleshoot whether it's in the network, on the edge, at the ISP, and that really helps bring the entire solution together. Because when I talk to IT admins, I always say, what you don't want to do is you say when someone has a problem, you say, let me look into it. What you want to answer is, we are on it.
Right. Yeah.
That's amazing. We've been in this now for maybe 5-6 minutes, and the one thing that we haven't talked about is Copilot.
Yep.
And the integration of Copilot, intelligent recap in meetings. Could you expand on that a little bit?
Yeah, so this is actually a topic I'm hearing about from customers. Microsoft customers come to our booth, they're like, okay, we have Copilot now working in the Teams world on our laptops and our devices. What does it mean for the shared meeting space? What does it mean when we put that into the room? How do I bring that experience? And I think we're going to see this more and more, and I'm excited working with your team and the product team to like, how do we unlock that value? We have an NVIDIA chipset on our device with a massive GPU capacity. How can we help bring Copilot into that space and really drive that potential? So I know we're working on some things already in that space,
Yes, yeah.
but I'm excited about like where we can go in the future, because Copilot is in everyone's lives. It is there in the enterprise today. How do we make sure that it doesn't just exist on the laptop at the desk, but exists in every space in the building?
Right.
I love this.
Love it. And I love the journey that we're on with Cisco. We are just at the very beginnings. We have such incredible collaboration going on, not just from the meeting space, but at the desktop, into sort of that IT management space and well beyond between our places and Cisco spaces. So happy that we're able to have this partnership, and our journey is just beginning. And we've got like thousands of customers already just over the past 6-7 months. So it's just a fantastic story, and we're really looking forward to growing the business and working with your team further.
Likewise.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate your partnership.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Likewise. It's been a great partnership so far, and I think we have a lot more we can do together.
That's
Absolutely.
right.